Hey, so welcome to the Code Review Weekly Workshop. Yannick's got a MR that I think we're gonna pair review on. So let's check it out. If you want to share your screen, Yannick.
Absolutely. Let me press this button there. Yeah, you should be seeing the image. What?
Yes, I see it.
Awesome. So, yeah, disclaimer. I just got assigned to it. I don't know anything about it just yet. Hey, Andre.
Hello.
Perfect time for you to join. Just to quickly pick you up. I've just been assigned a community contribution. I don't know nothing about it yet, and we'll be looking into it and just pairing on it. So this is where we're currently at.
Nice.
Sweet. So a new visibility setting for the package registry was added to the project settings behind the package feature
So
flag.
there's one for sure way to review it and to catch any issues is to just merge it. And if there's issues, people will create issues. So
yeah, that's
you can just have the users review it.
sure thing. Like that would end this meeting rather quickly. I could just press two buttons and we'll be done. I'm not sure if
sounds like that falls in lines with our efficiency values. I'm joking.
I'm not sure if it scales, to be honest.
I don't think including our users in the code reviewing process without their permission is probably it's not what they're looking for.
But that's what Google does all the time with all their, capture.
Yes,
captures.
this is a good point.
Okay. So here we are. Here's our keyword. This MR redefines the package registry settings within the project setting, still behind the yada yada feature flag. Okay.
So it looks like previously there was some sort of drop down.
Yeah, definitely do agree. And to me, it's actually seems like that this is well, redesign is one thing, but also kind of the logic might have changed because we're now having these nested kind of toggles over there.
Yep. So now there's not a drop down, which is interesting because I think if I remember this page, there's always a drop down here. Like because you can say, oh, we want merge requests to be enabled for the project, but only project members can use merge requests or something like that. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say it does make a lot of sense what they're trying to do is splitting up the package registry versus anyone can pull from it. Like, so we want anyone to be able to pull from it, I guess, but only certainly previously it was only project members that could push to it, right?
Everyone with access, everyone with access does not seem like a good option to have in a dropdown, kind of, I'd say. So yeah, this
Okay.
there we go. This feels much better. Everyone public project. Okay, I get it. First question that's coming to my mind, not to be mean about this, but should we okay, UX already approved. Awesome. That's that was what I've been questioning myself. Sweet. So it's only about the changes in here. Awesome.
What is Ezekiel already hopped on? What did he say?
He mentioned something about the readability of the tests. That was the only thing I looked into. But before I'd say, let's give it a shot and see if we can reproduce. In the meantime, I've been enabling the feature flags. So let me just duplicate this to another screen so I can drive on the exact same one. So what does it say? open into Decay, go to in a project, whatever project.
Before looking at the code, you kind of want to recreate it first.
That's how I usually do things. What about you, folks?
I told you I usually just merge it and let users review it. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I usually recreate because basically if it doesn't work or if I see any problems while recreating, then I already know what to look for. And we probably have to get like if it doesn't work, then I probably don't care too much about test coverage or something. Like let's get it working first and then we'll see about
that makes
the other
sense.
things.
And yeah, that makes sense.
Visibility, project features, permissions, there we go. Package registry.
Yeah, there it is.
Sweet. And this is on a public project, which this is. So we don't see the okay, gotcha.
We would probably expect to see that little drop down, the nested one.
Well, the DMR kind of has this covered.
Oh, if it's a public project, it doesn't.
Exactly. Let's quickly see if I can find any kind of private one on my GDK. I usually go public for the things I create. There we go.
Oh, I see. So if you're so the package registry could go beyond your project visibility. I'm guessing that's the situation. Anyone can pull packages with the package manager API. That's interesting. Okay. It does look like they're doing documentation as separate MR. I saw that in passing in a comment. But yes, this
just to get this right. So if we toggle this off, like a private project is a private project, but if this kind of builds out an, for example, npm module, I would still be able from a private project to access this via npm. Is that what it says? Or any other package manager?
You will be able to access this project's package registry.
Yeah.
Yes. Even if it's a private project and that setting is enabled. That's my understanding of.
Pretty cool feature.
Yeah. I mean, so we can take, but it looks like it's just redesigning. That backend logic sounds like has already been there. So this is designing the front end bit, or I guess. So I think looking at that, the weirdest situation is we have the nested checkbox checked. The parent checkbox is unchecked. So is that behaving as we would expect? Cool. So fancy. Does this automatically save things? So like if you save it, is it?
So it's not automatically, you have to hit the button.
Yeah, you got to hit save. And
yeah.
Can we go ahead and hit save with it turned off like that? Can we hit save with it turned off like that? That was weird, right?
Let me try this. Was successfully updated. I don't know. Successfully updated. On.
I feel like we just discovered something.
You know, like I'm running into this too many times in our platform because what I just did was nothing but reloading, and I bet you it's now in the correct state. Still broken.
Then it's legit.
Yeah, this sounds like it's now working.
Okay, so this is on a private project.
Yeah, you want to try down the public one?
Yep, this is the public one.
And by public, it's I see.
This is also not very
screen. Yeah, that's weird. Why does it go all the way down? That's weird too.
Okay, but probably out of scope. Turning it off, saving, was successfully updated, checking in on still turned on, reloaded, expected it to still be on. Yeah, you know what? Let me just quickly turn off the feature flag.
Well, let's
this feature is behind. Yeah.
maybe can we check to like maybe here's situation that's happening. Either it's not updating in the database, or it is updating in the database, and we always show it as on to start with. I don't see if there's any other possible scenario. So can we confirm that it is updating in the database with a feature flag on or off? It's fine. And we can keep manually testing it.
Gotcha. Do you want to see the code diff or the network tab?
I kind of want to see the Rails console, man.
Oh, there you go. What do you want to look in?
I guess we want to find the project based on the project ID, and we want to look for that project setting.
Oh, that's great. You don't have any idea how much of a noob I am on the Rails console. So what do I do?
Great. So we can jump to the I think at the project's homepage we can find the project ID.
Before we do that, just a second, since I'm still here, let me, because the feature flag should now be updated. I'm sorry to sidetrack this. Monitor, is it gone? Oh, the feature flag actually triggers the whole toggle.
No. Didn't we have it previously?
Well, the screenshots say that this should be there
The
anyhow.
thing. What? That's weird. All right, we got to look at the code. What's going on? We got to look at the code. But
okay, let me just quickly make two notes about this. So saving is an issue, and displaying things when the flag is off is an issue. Okay. Rails console. I'm sorry.
well, now I want to look at the code because
I gotcha. Okay, there we go. So what do we have going on?
It's a Vue app. Okay, this all makes sense now.
Does it?
Oh yeah, we were using something stable like React. I'm joking. I'm sorry, everybody.
Okay. First thing that jumped at me was like, okay, we are updating specs in Ruby land, but don't have any changes in there. But this just seems to
let's jump into the Vue app.
Change selector, so that's all right.
Okay, so that's just adding some constants. If we jump down, that's adding some constants. If we keep going down, we got rid of feature access level options. Okay, keep going down. Registry enabled. If registry access level is greater than the feature access level, not enabled.
This is kind of hard to tell from context. Like, are those computed values, or what are we looking at here?
Let's look at the template. I usually like to do that.
Yep.
Nice. You have it looks like you have the diffs checked out on the code, VS Code.
Yes. Yes.
Could we maybe just open up the diff of this file here?
I usually don't use source control on VS Code, so help me out. What do I need to?
I think on that third icon from the top.
That one? Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, let's just click on the diff one at the top, the settings panel, that view. That's if you just click on
the file name.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay, there we go. Sweet.
Yes. All right, let's go down to the template. I like to see the template changes. I feel like the template changes add context.
Massive Vue file. Holy crap. Okay. So
Oh,
template
wow.
change
1,000 lines of code. Oh my God.
here.
But it's just project settings. Yeah. Is it really 1,000 lines of code if you have, you know, the same code over and over again?
No, it's just a need for refactoring.
I'm sorry. I'm like extra snarky right now. I'm really sorry, everybody. All right. So we have a setting row, and we got rid of this. We had a project feature setting component, which we're not using in this place anymore. And instead, we're using a toggle, straight up just the toggle. And it's
value, label position, change. I'd be curious about this regarding the backend things. This is the second toggle. Okay, so this is probably checking if the project is private or not. That's what I expected to see in here.
yes, that thing on line 904, which we removed. I think that's going to be related to why this isn't saving on line 904.
Yeah, we now have another name for the GL toggle. Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah, that's a good. Is name not even a property of GL toggle? That makes sense too.
Well, that would be a problem that would have already been in here before the changes. Like name was already set.
But it was a different component.
It was a different component. It was project feature setting.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, we can storybook GL toggle, isn't it? That's probably what we wanna check on. Toggle. There you go. Props name.
It does have a
It's
name.
here.
Can we change it? How come we can't change it? That's strange, right?
Well, there is some kind of a code playground or something in here, isn't there?
I mean, I think all of those are the knobs you're supposed to be able to change.
Yeah, you're right. I can change everything.
Can we go back to the GDK, and maybe we can inspect the input? If it shows up, it's not showing up at all.
With the flag off, is that so what do I
With the
look
flag
for?
off, it's not showing up at all. Is that what we're experiencing? Oh, wait.
It's now called packages.
Is
That's
that
what it
the
is.
same thing?
Let me double check.
It's not.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's a different thing. Okay.
It's not visible with the flag.
Package registry, nothing. No.
Can we go back to the code?
Oh, just on the editor.
Yeah, and VS Code is nice. So there's a VF of package registry access level enabled and packages available in line 916 of the current file. Did we change those at all?
This has been touched for half a year.
Did we change the implementation of those computeds or datas, or can we look at the references to these references in the file?
This is what you're looking for, right? Package registry access level.
Of course. It's not, yeah. So we yes. All right.
Really? Because it's not a yes for me. What I'm seeing is I get this. So this is obviously a toggle that is checking if the flag is on or not, because otherwise then it just wouldn't show anything. But
yes,
how
this isn't a
do
new
those
flag. Yes, this is now making sense. it's not a new flag. This is an old feature flag, and we only show this when the feature flag is on. So yes, you turn the flag off, it's not going to be visible.
Ah. Okay, so the whole feature is behind this flag.
Yes.
Okay, so the whole package registry feature has been behind this flag, and behind this flag, we've actually been reassigning stuff. So
Yes.
to see this, I would actually have to enable the flag and check out master.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, glad we got that sorted.
Yeah. That was close.
So the flag thingy doesn't matter. Still, saving and what about the name for the GL toggle? Well, it seems that this is kind of
Yeah, so let's turn on the flag. Can we turn on the flag? And Anna had a good idea of seeing if the name is even being applied. I just assumed it was. Maybe it's not even being applied. But if it is being applied, I'm pretty sure it's the wrong name. And that's going to be related to
where would we go see that in the view DevTools, or
let's just update the feature flag, and then we can just inspect the element on the browser. See, you keep exiting the Rails console like real fast. You like jump in, you're like, get me out of here. As soon as you update the feature flag, you don't want to hang out in Rails land.
I don't even know why. It's part of my workflow, but I can't, like, it's just out of whatever. So let's see. GeoToggle.
Oh, I would just
Name.
inspect the element. Like, you could do it this way, or so name is a prop, but let's actually inspect the element and see if it's being applied to like some sort of input field. Can we do that? Nice.
Spawn input name. There we go.
Input. Yes. Cool. Yes. So there is some sort of hidden input that's being set here. Great. But I'm pretty sure the name is not correct, because if you look at one of the other names, like if we go to let's look at the other row real fast. Can we go back to the inspect element and see the row above this one? See, there's this like the parent to that input we have highlighted is project feature row. If we look at just one of the siblings above that one, if you go down just a little bit,
down in the DOM tree.
Yeah, like right there. It's great. Yeah.
Sweet.
So see how that input name has like all of the project
Select.
wrappings and stuff?
Option. I don't see any input name.
I know. I'm there's lots of text here, and I'm trying to it's like 5 to 10 lines down from the top of the thing of, yeah, if you go like 5 elements up from what the gray highlighted element on your inspector. All right, so I think we lost it. Anyways, yeah, we definitely want to update the name. Let's go for it.
Okay. What do we want to? Let's try to make more sense out of this in the editor. So the name. Gotcha. It is now package registry enabled, and it has been prod. And it has actually been. What is? There's something I don't understand. Like, this is a string.
Name?
Like, it is written as like accessing a 2-dimensional array. It does not have a color in front of it. So just
oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's because it's a Rails form field name, man.
That's how we do it, kind of.
That's how we do it in Rails land. Yeah. So what it's saying is, like, for the project model, for the project models, project feature attributes, we're updating the snippet access level. So we get all of these names for free when we use Hamel's form builder kind of thing. We will say, hey, we're building a form for project feature attributes. And when we specify these names are automatically going to match up. But when we move forms like this from Haml to view, yeah, we get names that look kind of weird like this. But that name formatting is not a JavaScript thing. This is how the Rails back
Gotcha.
kind of gonna expect the names, and it's
Okay.
somewhat the
But it's
mention.
but it's obviously has some dependency or is important in a way, because otherwise it's still be working, and it's currently isn't anymore.
Exactly. Yes. So I'm not sure what the name actually should be, because well,
What
I
I am questioning myself is go, sorry.
As I see this, yeah. So and we kind of spent some time reviewing this MR. So now we're at the point where we can decide how much of this problem do we want to solve ourselves, and how much of the problem do we want to describe and volley over to the MR author.
That might be a fair point. Like now, giving him a good explanation of like this is the problem we're running in. Before we actually start to fully review this, maybe can you reproduce this and find a fix for it?
Yeah,
that might be a first thing to do now.
Right. I think what I'm looking at this too, from we made a front end change and we changed one of the field names. I don't think we have a back end property matching the field name, matching these field names. It looks like previously we had just one setting, but now we have two inputs, and I don't think they're not matching up to that one setting. So if I understand our intention with this change is we weren't really planning on changing the backend. We were just changing how we submitted that one setting. So I think we're going to want to introduce some sort of like hidden input. These toggles actually shouldn't have names, and they should be setting the value for the hidden input. And that hidden input has the old name. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, it does. Assuming that when you say these inputs, you are referring to the new ones we're just introducing, correct?
Yeah, I think the author's intention here might have been to not give names to these at all, but that we need to sync some sort of value to a hidden input of using the old name. I think that was so yeah, let's leave that. Let's leave a comment on line 927. Sounds
okay, so that is probably going to be a question.
Yeah, or it is an issue because like it is broken, right?
I'm a friendly guy. It's Friday. I'll have questions.
You don't feel like is it not friendly to point out issues? Is that generally frowned upon?
It is, but I just think like, why is this broken? Is a very valid question as well.
Got me. You got me.
Yeah, okay. So, what have you put in here? While this run,
yeah,
I found that the input does not save its state to the backend. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah. If you wanted to, you can leave a video of anytime I create an issue comment, I usually try to leave screenshots or a video of something, but you don't have to do that.
100%. Something I don't want to deal with now, like getting OBS and camera and screen sharing all at the same time. That might be a little much, but other than the video, we could show drafts now. Or actually, yeah, whatever you feel like. I would also be good with moving on to another topic. This finding already helped me a lot, and I'll be confident to phrase this question on my own. But I'll sure take you along the way, whatever you feel like.
Yeah, the one thing I would add here is and I would like to know if you would include something like this in this comment. I like to suggest what might be wrong, and I would ask, like, are there backend properties that match these names? And if not, do we need to create a new hidden input with the old backend properties, syncing up these values? Like that's I as I interpret the situation, I think that's where we're gonna find ourselves. The other thing that stood out to me, which we hadn't addressed here, is how come the old project feature setting component didn't work here? Because that seemed, when you have an 1,000-line component that's duplicating itself, things get weird when it stops duplicating itself. You know, that's the scary thing about duplicate code.
I haven't fully understood the issue you were just describing. So what you've been saying is, like, how has this been working in the previous version, or what's the question?
If you look at the rest of this component, we use that component that's referenced on the removed line 900 project feature setting. We use it all over the place, but for some reason here, we couldn't use it.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I see. Why are we not reusing project feature setting component this time, basically?
That's something, I don't know if that's just a question we can ask, or is that something we need to figure out as we review this ourselves too. We just, I haven't, if I was reviewing this, I would look into implementation of project.
I think it was
setting.
replaced because this label dropdown, whatever, is a part of this component, probably. And they wanted to change it to this nested toggles.
Yeah. And yeah, that makes sense.
So am I hearing this correctly? Like, project feature setting is not supporting any kind of nested toggles? Is that the main reason?
I see options. I see what you're saying now. It's like on line 964 of the new files, like we would specify options every time we do that. And yeah, clearly we're not doing options here. That makes sense.
And options would probably render as this kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I assume. Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense. So it's not really a question. Like, it makes sense why we want to get rid of it.
Gotcha. Okay, so our main question is about the naming, and what do we need to do to actually get the front end to speak the same language or communicate in a working way with the backend.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. That was a fun find.
Awesome. Sweet. I'll make sure to provide a demo video and leave a comment. But thanks for giving me some brain space of yours. This was a good review.
Cool. Well, yeah, we've got some time. Does anyone have any interesting code review experience that they would like to share, or have an MR that they would like to pair on now, or we can end early? So you're all's calls. All right. I think by that, the people have spoken by not speaking. And
Gotcha.
You all have a great rest of the weekend. And I guess rest of the weekend, have a great weekend. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks for hopping on. Bye.
Yeah, have a good day.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.